Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at She-Spawn from the Spawn collection by McFarlane Toys. As always, we're going to be taking a look at the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the box. The front of the box looks like. The side, pretty cool art. The back, the other side, you can see it right there. Top, which is all dusty and ripped. You can see that's ripped up here. And bottom. Now I did get it for clearance, as you can see. So I did get it during the clearance sale, and I got this for 20 bucks or 50% off. So instead of paying 40, I got it for 20 bucks. But anyway, so let's take a look at the figure outside the box with the accessories. Unfortunately for these Spawn figures, they don't come with a card. And I say unfortunately because the art's actually pretty cool, and I wish they came with the card, but it doesn't. Though it does come with a lot of accessories. So She-Spawn comes with his hand, which is really cool. I actually did not know that. So you got a little bit of spikes there. Pretty cool looking. Not much going on in detail, but it's a cool looking hand. This is her left hand. Quite a few weapons. You got this weapon on here. It looks like a sniper rifle. Correct me if I'm wrong. But really detailed paint on this. And the sculpture design is really dope. I like this red on here. Matches her, of course, her costume. And it looks so good, man. I really like the sculpture design on this weapon. And I like how it's not just one color. It's like a little bit of like what looks like it's grays, light grays, dark grays, and of course black, but that red really does stand out. It looks really cool, man. Like, this is just fantastic. It looks so cool, man. This is from the front and a little bit from the back. So really detailed sniper rifle. Then you have another machine gun. Again, this is ridiculous. I'm not familiar with this character, so I'm assuming this is just another Spawn with a lot of weapons, and I dig it. It looks really cool. Look at all that detail. Tell me that don't look dope. Like, just look at all this. All this sculpture on this gun. It's really cool. And again, that red accent on there too. They got a huge this is a huge knife, man. Almost her size. Look at that. But it's a cute little knife, man. Looks really cool. I like the colors of it. Again, red. You got that, of course, that gray or dark gray, and you got a little bit of like a bronze color look to it, which I like. You can see that right there on the bottom, which I really like. It makes it stand out. Really cool. And a little detail right there on the sculpture right there. Really cool, man. I like it. And then you have this other weapon, which has this chain, which accidentally came off, but I'll put it back on. But you can actually remove this chain on there, but again, there's another weapon right there. really cool, man. This is why I like McFarlane figures, because he does crazy stuff, but it looks cool, it looks dope, but this is fun, man. This is really fun. Here's the other side of it. You can't just look at the sculpture and paint. It is top notch, man. This is top notch. And the last one is this big, ginormous thing. It's even taller than her She-Spawn. Look at this. You guys can see a closer look. A little bit of sculpture design right there. More of that red accent, which I really like. Same with that paint. And you're more down. You got a little, I don't know what that is right there. I'm assuming it's a handle. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's a handle. You press on it, and in the comics this will spin. But nonetheless, though, the detail and sculpture is fantastic. And again, I like that paint, where it's like gray, dark gray, and has a little bit of gloss to it. Like, not a gloss, but a shine to it, which I really like. And there's the bottom of it. So you guys can see. This is really cool. I think it's tall. Look at that. It's taller than Evan Who Laughs. It's crazy. And it comes with a regular stand. Now let's take a look at She-Spawn. And right away, I love this figure. Just look at that head sculpture. The head sculpture looks really cool. That hair all the way to the side, which I really like. Now in my camera, it looks like it's actually orange, but it's not really that bright. It's like, I don't want to say it's orange. It's like a darker orange mixed with red, if that makes sense. So don't be fooled. The camera's picking it up looking it's orange, but it's not really that bright of an orange. So just keep that in mind, though. But I do like that hair. The sculpture design is really good. It's all wavy. which looks really, really cool. Head articulation, it's, oof, I don't know, mine could just be stiff, or mine, there's no articulation. I don't know if there's head articulation up, down. There's some, could be my fingers just not working with me, but there's some, not a whole lot, and left and right, so it could be my finger that's pretty stiff, so keep that in mind. But the sculpture design looks really cool. That green eyes looks really, really cool. That paint has a kind of leather look paint to it, if that makes any sense. You got the painted lips, and again, the eyes just look fantastic, man. This is what I'm talking about. So, in terms of the head articulation, again, it could be my finger that's pretty stiff, but from what I can tell, there's not really much articulation in the head. Hair sculpture is fantastic. The paint looks good, looks clean, and of course that face paint looks good. That lip paint, look a little bit of gloss lip, and the green eyes just look fantastic. And a little bit of shadowing right there too really pops out her cheeks. See that right there, right here. Really, really cool, man. I really dig the sculpture and paint. Shoulder articulation, it's good. This one actually pretty good too. Doesn't actually hit the hair. Bicep articulation, looks like there is some bicep articulation. Elbows, pretty stiff, but it's good. And then there is, of course, wrist. If mine want to articulate, it seems like they don't want to. Wow, this is a very stiff figure. Let me try one more time right here. So, wow, this is a really stiff figure. It does articulate. Sorry about that. It does articulate, just mine's being a little punk from what I can tell. So, yeah, mine's being a little punk right now. Actually, you know what? I don't think they articulate. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Do the wrist articulate in this figure? Let me know. I don't think so. I thought they did. I swear I've seen this figure with wrist articulation, but I don't think so because this is pretty stiff. So, if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. But anyways, though, but in terms of shoulder articulation, is good. Biceps good, elbows good, wrist, I will leave it up for question. Torso articulation, it's not the greatest articulation on the torso, but it'll do the job. But where this figure stands out is going to be that detail, that spikes on here look really, really cool. I wish they were a bit more shinier, but it has like a matte look to it. A little bit on the spike. I like the ammo right here. I like that bright gold. Looks really, really, really good. I really like the paint on that. Fantastic. Then you got another Spawn logo right there on her chest. You got her jacket wearing, and of course, that detail right here on her chest. She's very busty. I noticed the little detail right here, the painted white. There's some kind of sculpture design. Again, you can see it more present on the leg, but it has that kind of detail that's on here, also present on here on her chest. And you got that Spawn logo again there with, of course, the chains. This is what I'm talking about. Like, stuff like this is just over the top, but it looks cool. Then you got more little spikes right here on her neck. That's on the jacket. Again, little details like this. It just looks so good, man. And I really dig it. This is fantastic, man. This is so dope, man. I'm not familiar with this character. I know it was like multiverse within Spawn they introduced recently, or maybe like kind of a couple years now. And so this is like another Spawn, like a female version. Obviously, she spawned, but that's all I know of this character. But anyway, so overall, this figure, in terms of the upper body, articulation on the head seems like it's limited. Wrist, I'm not too sure. But the sculpture design and the detail is really, really cool, man. I really dig it. And I do like that paint on here as well, too. So, thumbs up for me, man. And the green eyes look so, so good. I like the green eyes. I really dig it. So to me, the upper body is fantastic, man. I really dig it. Now, let's take a look at the leg articulation. Leg articulation is good. Well, actually, it's good. It's a little stiff. Knees, good. Oof. Ankles, good. And of course, toes, good. So leg articulation, they're always pretty good in McFarlane, but the detail on it is really, really cool. Like I said, in the upper body, there's a little white kind of sculpture design also present on the thigh, on her thigh, and you can really see what I'm referring to, that detail. And I like how their legs are different in terms of sculpture. So you got the right leg has this weird design. I'm assuming it's a Spawn kind of spike. I don't know. This kind of design, but it has black leather boots, and then a spike here on her left leg, and you got more spike on her legs. Really cool. Then on the right side, you don't have that design, but you do have more spikes on there too. But you got a little bit of design here on the ankle, on the boot, and of course more spikes on the legs. And of course the chain on here, can forget that. And I gotta say, wow, she definitely does legs. So I gotta say, this is a fantastic figure. Fantastic figure, man. I really dig it. Overall, of course, the main question is this worth your purchase price? Should you go out there and get this for retail price of $40? I personally think $40 for this figure with all the accessories, it's yes and no. On the one hand, I like this figure. Don't get me wrong. I really like this figure. I already said already what I like about it, and it looks really, really cool and unique, and I dig it. I'm glad I got one. But you do get a lot of accessories, man. And the accessories look really, really cool. Really, really cool. You get one gun, two, let's see, three, and the chain. You get a blade, and of course this big ass thing, I don't know what you call it, and you're getting an extra hand. Now, of course, is it worth the purchase price of retail for $40? If I'm going to be honest, I think for $40 for everything you get on here, everything, for $40, I think it's a fair price. It's not like an amazing deal in my opinion. I think it's a fair price because you're paying essentially like two regular figures, but you're getting a lot of accessories. And again, for $40, I think it's a fair price. It's not too bad, but also not the greatest. And I think, like I said, I think it's a fair price. But did I pay $40? No. Well, put it this way: what would be a good price? For me, I think a good price would be like $35. If this was like around $35, I think it's a really good deal for $35. $40 is a fair, but I paid $20. And I posted a video of the Black Friday for Amazon, and there were some GameStop too, and I've been posting my community section of my channel, but I paid $20. For $20 getting all of this for $20 and an amazing figure. I can't really hate on it, man. For $20 for the price that I paid for, dude, count me in, man. I'm 100% definitely worth the purchase. If you can get this for $20 on GameStop or $30, fantastic deal. And like I said, $40, I think it's a fair price for what you're getting. It's a fair price. So overall, though, what do I think about the figure? Fantastic figure. I like it. Thumbs up for me. Here we have the Batman Who Laughs from the Mortal Kombat game, and of course, She-Spawn. You guys can see the height difference. I plan on getting something else here on the bottom, so you guys can kind of see higher, so you can see the figures a lot more, but for now, unfortunately, this is what I have. So here we got Batman Who Laughs and She-Spawn, his little face-off. There we go. That hair, I'm telling you, you see this hair, you're going to really, really like it. The sculpture and the waviness looks so, so cool, man. Here we have Cobblebot from the Batman Arkham City Build-A-Figure wave, and of course She-Spawn. You can see the height difference. She is definitely a lot taller than Cobblebot, but we have a little bit of face-off here. Hopefully he doesn't fall, but you can see the height difference. And like I said, She-Spawn is a lot taller. Of course, I had to bring Deathstroke because he uses weapons, and She-Spawn, from what I can tell from what's included in this whole entire set, he's a weapon suit. But here we go. We have Deathstroke and She-Spawn. They're about the same. Excuse me. About the same height. I would say the hairs make this one a little bit taller, but not a whole lot though. But overall, though, there you go. You have a little face-off. But overall, though, both look really, really cool. And man, you can. The cool thing with these weapons, I could probably put them on Deathstroke, even though the red might stand out not very good, but nonetheless, so cool thing to have. Now, I couldn't do this overview without comparing Catwoman and She-Spawn. Now, you might be wondering why. Why am I comparing these two? Because let's be real. Catwoman is very popular because of one thing. If you don't know, well, I'll show you. Let me see if I can move the whip. She does not skip leg or squats or leg day. So she has glutes for days. There you go. So we couldn't do this overview without comparing the two. Sorry, I'm sure people are going to get offended by it. You know what? I'm just going to have some fun. So there we go. Question to y'all. Which one has a better squat / leg day physique? Catwoman or She-Spawn? leave it in the comment section. Man, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this just for doing this. I'm going to be called sexist. But you know what? I don't care. I want to have some fun with it. So let me know what you guys think is a better asset to have in your team. Catwoman or She-Spawn. Here we have a behemoth of a figure. We have, I believe his name's Cygor. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cygor and She-Spawn. You can definitely see the difference in height. Of course, compared to She-Spawn compared to Cygor, she's definitely a lot shorter. And you can see really the difference right here. Just look at the height difference. It's not even funny, but I really like the detail on this figure, man. I really like Cygor. I think it's definitely worth the purchase price. And like I said, She-Spawn, I love this figure. It's a really good figure. But as I mentioned, for $40 for everything you're getting, I don't think it's worth the 40. I think 40 is a fair price. 40 is a fair price. But I paid $20 so can't complain, man. If you can go to GameStop and find this for $20, check out your local GameStop. I went to my local GameStop. I called ahead. They said they did have it. I wanted to make sure. And booyah, I have it right here. So for $20, you're getting everything. Dude, get them where you can. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me on this figure? Do you plan on purchasing this figure? Or do you purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to support channel to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So includes an overview of She-Spawn from the Spawn collection figures, and on to the next one.